Silence here with the Healing is Possible Experience show for you. And today, what we're talking about is making our greatest difference as the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. One of my new favorite things to say is the world needs you healed so you can make your difference. A new angle to the Healing is Possible mission and movement in 2022 for me, a new version of my message that healing is possible is I really don't believe that there is a right way to heal. It's a little bit controversial, but I want to talk about that. I always say there's not a right way or a wrong way to live your life. There's just what works for you. And I want to apply that also to healing. The Healing is Possible experience is a show designed to support and leap you into more freedom. I believe the whole point and purpose of healing is so that we can get more free. And when we're more free, we're more fulfilled. And when we're more fulfilled, we're just better. We're better for each other. We're better than we were for humanity and for people. And this show is here for you to take whatever you like and resonate with, or maybe some of it even feels like a gut punch, but hopefully the gut punches feel like a warm hug at the same time. I mean, my job here is to shake things up, to help you see what maybe you haven't been able to see yet that's in the way of your freedom that you have some control over. And we have more power and control than we ever realize that we have. And when we're healed, our ability to stay in control over who we're being is so much stronger and greater. And again, that's what I think it's all about. So what if there's not a wrong way or a right way to heal? What if there's just what works for you? And what if you've got an internal guidance system that has all your answers ready to go? Not all of your answers inside of you require a lot more work and struggle before you're able to access them. But what if the answers are literally right here, hidden in plain sight, whenever you're going to be brave enough and willing enough to connect to them? And again, I believe the world, your world, the lives in front of you, your family, your teams at work, your community will benefit from the light and love and leadership in you when you've done your work to get out of hurt and stuck and suffering. And again, I want to help you in 2022 and beyond figure out how to connect to your internal guidance system so that you get more access to how to move through and transform and evolve beyond the hurt and stuck and suffering that exists for all of us, right? Like when you find yourself hurt or stuck or suffering, it does not mean you did anything wrong. It does not mean that you have anything to be ashamed of or anything to prove or anything to make up for. It means that you've hit a wall that's in the way of you feeling free and fulfilled and healed so that you can live fully as the version of yourself you want to be. Like that's it. And yes, this is simple. No, it's not easy, but it's possible to no longer be in resistance to when you hit an emotional wall, a physical wall, a mental wall, a spiritual wall, a literal wall in whatever capacity you hit. We hit walls as we expand into experiencing more life, because as we commit to experiencing more life, and if you're here, I believe it's because you want to get the most out of your life. That's my audience. My audience is the person that wants to get the most out of their life, that wants to be the best in their life for other people that they can be, and that wants to really know I've done my part to make a difference in this lifetime for the world. Those are the people I'm working with. I call them the difference makers. As of 2022, we just had 20 women difference makers at the Healing is Possible Women's Weekend in January, early January this year in Colorado Springs, and they're all taking more of themselves into their lives to give love and light and healing and possibility to all those that they come into contact with after that weekend. And, we very easily can think that when we hit a wall, something bad is happening, or that we did something wrong, or that we're being punished. And I'm just here to like put the kibosh on all that. No, 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 no. Nothing bad is happening. You are not being punished. There is no test. You've passed. It's just life being life. And then you get to decide how you're going to be and who you're going to be. I'll just say that one more time. What if life is just being life and you get to decide who you're going to be? What if it's that simple? And what if that's possible? I believe it is. I believe it is for me and for you and for anybody that wants it. And not everybody does. And that's okay. I want you to know who you are in a way where you trust yourself, so that when life throws you a curveball or a wall presents itself, or you actually hit a wall, like when I was in 7th grade, I was on the swim team, and my very first swim meet, I was so excited and I just went for it and swam all the way into the wall, head first, boom, into the wall, and sank down. And what just happened, then recalibrated, and then kept going in the race. And, I think it's hard to know how to do that. But what if that's the wrong question? When we hit a wall, how do I know what to do? What if that's the wrong question? What if a different, maybe more empowering question can be, when I hit a wall, who am I going to be? Versus how am I going to know what to do? Or what do I do? Just who am I going to be? So I believe that the Healing is Possible mission and movement matters and makes a difference, and is here to support the difference makers in making their difference their way and healing their way so that they can make a difference. I'm not here with like, here's the way to do it. I'm here with a path and a roadmap to help you find your way that works for you. I have found my way that works for me, and I hit a million walls a week, like all the time. I fall down, I get up, I make a mess. I feel messy. I get shaky on my feet, but I'm committed to using everything in front of me, whether it's words someone's saying to me, or, a situation that I find myself in. Whatever it is, I use life to my advantage to help me get even more free and more healed so that I can be my best in that moment. But again, it's not a cookie cutter process. It's not a right way. It's a what works for you. And without connecting to our own internal guidance system, we can listen to what everybody else says is the way and follow that instead of following ourselves. And I just think that that's a shame. And I think that there's a better way. And I think that it's really important and really powerful to trust yourself and to follow your own internal guidance. So what I've created that begins in February of 2022 for anyone that's interested is a new 3-month container to help you heal your way so that you can make your difference. And I do have a survival kit to navigate through your emotions that I'm going to teach in that container in weekly group trainings and classes where you also get Q&A at the end, personalized support if you want it. But also you get monthly coaching intensives one-on-one with me, and you get daily Voxer support with me in this program, which means that you can, as you're learning, ask questions, let me know what's going on, share your experience about moving through walls that you didn't know you could before, sharing your experience about walls that you're facing right now in that moment. And you also get partner support in this community, because I think, it is easy to be the best of ourselves when everything is going our way or when we're alone. I had a client once say to me, I just want to blow my whole life up and leave my husband and just go get a house in the woods and be by myself. And that's fine, but it's also easy, right? When we're in relationship, that's where the rubber meets the road. And when we're in relationship, that's when it's more important than ever, I believe, to be as healed as possible so that we can make a difference from a place of love and light with the life in front of us. And I don't think that there is one person on the planet that is more deserving of my love and light than another. I think we're all deserving of love and light. And I think it's really important that we are our best, regardless of who is in front of us. So today in the Healing is Possible experience, I'm wanting, regardless of whether or not you're interested in joining me in the Difference Makers, and if you are, message me and we'll get on a call and we'll talk about it. And I am happy to answer any of your questions. I'd love to have you. Even if you're just a little bit interested, let's set up a call this week and let's discuss. But whether you want to join me or are interested or not in coaching with me or joining me in the Difference Makers or a retreat in the future or whatever it is, I want you to really take some time this week to journal. The world needs me healed so I can make my difference. And then with that sentence being your prompt, I want you to just write and see what comes out. Surprise yourself. Challenge yourself. What does the world needs me healed so I can make my difference mean to me? Take some time to write, because we don't know. We have time until we don't, right? And we just don't ever know how much time do we have left. And if you're wondering ever when you go to bed at night about, have I done enough? Have I been the best of me? How could I be better for the people I care about and I love? Then I'm talking to you, because I want you to have no regrets. I want you to give your all, whether people get it or not. That's not the point. The point is for you to go to bed at night knowing you gave your heart and soul in this lifetime to the lives in front of you. And I believe the world needs you healed so you can make your difference. And that is everything. And again, if you're interested in hearing more about the Difference Makers container, we start next week, February 1st, and we go for 3 straight months, and you get me every day for 3 months. You get individualized support, you get group support, and you get partner support. It's the trifecta. I have done hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of personal growth work and continue to pay my coach a fortune. And I'm so glad to, because I want to keep getting more and more and more and more free and healed so that I can keep making my difference, which is being the megaphone that says the world needs you healed so you can make your difference. Healing is possible. The world needs you healed so you can make your difference. Healing is possible. And that's not going to resonate with everybody. But again, that's not the point. For the ones it does resonate with, I'm here for you. And I'm living it too. And I'm not here to say there's a right way. There's a way to emotionally heal. I'm saying emotional healing is a practice that's possible for you, and that you have an internal guidance system that has all of your answers. And it's not about finding some expert to tell you what to do and how to live and what's the right way and what's the wrong way. It's about you feeling free in this lifetime. You doing what you want to do with this lifetime, which in my experience, it never actually is about the doing. It's always about who you're being. That's the game changer. And who you are being it deserves to be an experience that you're proud of. It deserves to be an experience that you can stand behind and stand for, and that inspires you. And if who you're being is not inspiring you, join me in the difference makers. And if who you're being is inspiring you, but you want to be even more, join me in the difference makers. The Healing is Possible experience is brought to you every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Mountain, live. And if you want to volunteer for breakthrough coaching with me to support you in making even more of your difference this year in the Healing is Possible experience container, message me. Let's get you on an episode with me. Let's get you booked. If you have a healing message that you want to share with the world, message me. Let's talk about bringing you into this community and sharing your message with the world. I want us healed and free and living our way. And I want to leave us today with one way that you can connect to your internal guidance system that maybe you've already thought of, maybe you haven't, but I want you to just bring consciousness and awareness to this process so that you can practice even more connecting to your internal guidance system. And I think it's just a muscle that we haven't developed fully often, and we all have it. There's not one of you out there that doesn't have an internal guidance system that you could be more connected to carry you through life. And again, if you're stuck, if you're suffering in any way, shape, or form, you've just disconnected from your internal guidance system, and you've just disconnected from being the highest version of yourself that you can be proud of, no matter what the circumstances that you find yourself in. So one step to connecting to your internal guidance system. Reminder, I already assigned you a journaling assignment this week for those of you that want to take me up on it, where you journal about what does it mean to me that the world needs me healed so I can make my difference. And then the one step I'm going to give you to connecting to your internal guidance system is say out loud or say to yourself, if my internal guidance system knew what I needed now, what would it say? So you're just going to pretend like it already has the answers, whether you believe that or not, or whether you can hear it or not, and see what happens. So if my internal guidance system had a message or an answer or direction around what I need next to see, to be, to do, to hear, whatever it is, what would it tell me? If my internal guidance system had a message for me in this moment, what would it say? You're just going to practice that at least once a day, if not 5-10 times a day. If my internal guidance had a message for me in this moment, what would it be? Let yourself be your own guide as the highest version of you and see what happens. And then absolutely hire support. The world needs you healed so you can make your difference. But the support isn't there to tell you what to do. The support is there to guide you in being more and more and more of the version of you want to be your way. In my experience and in my opinion, that is where freedom lies. And that is where magic and miracles happen. And magic and miracles are your right. This show is not meant to replace any therapy or personal growth work that you're already doing with yourself. It is meant to be a support to the work you're already doing. And I am here to be a support on whatever level you feel called to work with me at. I am here. I believe in you. The darkness is real, and so is the light. The mission is healing, and so is, your life purpose. The mission in your life is your life purpose. And we get there by being the most healed and free version of ourselves. And I think life purpose is just about living your life your way and experiencing life the way you always imagined you could. And that's what I want for you. And that's what's available for you. And I love you very much. I'm Rebeccah Silence. This is the Healing is Possible experience. Visit RebeccahSilence.com for more, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.